Happy Monday. Better late than never. Almost didn't make it. Today is the first day of first grade for my son. How many of you have children and have had one of those first days where your child grabs the side of the door, goes sideways like a cat, sprawls out because they don't want to go into their classroom? Yep, that was my morning. Oh boy. Yeah, a little rough start to today. But you know what? I'm here and I'm sharing this with you because maybe there's something that you're not feeling, or it's a rough morning and you're telling yourself, I'm not going to do it because I'm having a rough morning. Well, I'm going to do it anyway. And so how does this pertain to my Facebook Live? I committed to doing Facebook Lives every Monday, Motivational Monday, until the end of the years. I committed it. So I want to do a little language shift with you. Look at the difference of this. If I say something like, I want to do Facebook Lives every Monday at 8:30 until the end of the year, versus I'm committed to doing Facebook Lives every Monday to the end of the year. Do you see the difference? When I use the words I'm committed, I will do it even if I don't feel like it, like right now, because my stomach is still sick from my son screaming because he didn't want to go to the first day of school, okay? So sometimes we got to do something even though we don't feel like doing it. I did a post yesterday. I woke up in the morning and I love to exercise, but I don't always feel like it. Woke up yesterday and I was like, I do not feel like running. And so what did I do? I ran anyway, okay? So if you want change, if this goes for me too, I show up for my own lectures, guys. Half the time I'm lecturing to myself and I just let you be witness to that. But it's like, if you want change, you're going to have to break through your norm, your complacency, your familiarity. Like, you're going to have to do something anyway, even though you're feeling sick in your stomach because your son just cried at the first day of school. It was horrible. It was horrible. Okay, so I had everything prepared, and I have a lot of cool stuff for you today. So already I'm feeling better, as I'm hoping my son's feeling a little bit better in his first day settling in. Okay, so I have something prepared for you today for Motivational Monday with a splash of money, because we can all just use a little bit of that. This is what I want to start it off with. What? This is your runway, guys. It's 2022 and it's not January anymore when you had the whole year to make the change you wanted to make, or do something different, or raise your prices, or all of that kind of stuff. This is your runway, this tiny little thing. We are 2 weeks out until September. So take a moment and let's drop you back in your timeline of January 2022. What were your big goals for this year? Like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Did you do them? Are they still there? Are they still on the list? Are you like, oh, I'll just do them next year? No. The good news is you still have some runway. This is not December 1st, 2022. This is August, what are we today? August 15th. So you have 2 weeks until September, and you can finish the last 4 months of this year strong. So the title of this live was Make More Money. So how many of you would like more money for Christmas? How many of you would like more money before Christmas? Okay, so one way would be to raise your prices. Oh, not this again. Okay, hear me out, okay? If you make an announcement today, and the challenge for all of you is going to be to do something you don't want to do. But I want you to do something that you don't want to do, you've been putting off, or you've been resisting. I want you to do it and observe the results, because you're not going to break through unless you do something different. It's just that simple, right? Okay, so if you've been like, I can't raise my prices, I just did. I don't care. $5 is nothing. I can't raise my prices, or I plan on raising my prices in January. Do it again. $5 is nothing. I went to an arcade with my kids, and $5 didn't even get 2 video games. And my kids just like burned through it, right? Okay. If you raise your price $5 September 1st, hey guys, I have an announcement. As of September 1st, my prices are only going up $5. That's it. That's the announcement you send today. You give your patients a 2-week mark, right? Okay. $5, that's it. If you see 10 patients a week, you are going to have an extra $800 for Christmas presents by the end of the year. Okay? If you see 20 patients a week, you'll have an extra $1,600, not doing anything different. This is you seeing the same patients, patient numbers. All you're doing is raising your price $5. Some of you are like, East, I see 40 patients a week. Great. You're going to have an extra $3,200 in 4 months. These numbers are just 4 months. If you raise your price September 1st, $5, 10 patients, you're going to have $800 extra dollars to buy Christmas gifts or giveaway or charity. This is just $5. I also want you to look at it like this. If you don't raise your price $5, and these are the patients you see, this is how much money you're leaving on the table. Meaning if you're saying, well, East, in January, I'm going to raise my prices. Okay, well, if you do it now, if you raise them now, you'll have this extra money. If you wait till January, you've just left this money because $5, you're not going to lose a single patient. You're just not. And I have a chart for $10. Okay, look at these numbers for $10. If you see 10 patients a week and you just raise your price $10, you'll have an extra $1,600 in 4 months. These numbers are just 4 months, guys. 4 months. That's what I'm talking about. Your runway is this. Okay, so I'm not working on 12 months, 18 months, 3 years. I'm looking at the next 4 months. What kind of impact can you have in the next 4 months? I am going to challenge each and every one of you and me to do something bold, something different, something you've been putting off. I can't do that. These Facebook Lives was a challenge to me. My coach was like, why aren't you doing Facebook Lives? I'm like, because I don't want to do them. Well, you got to do them. People got to connect with you. People got to know what you're up to. They can't read your mind. I was like, I resisted. Now I'm doing them because I said, I'm committed to doing them, not like I want to do it. So the first thing is, let's change your language today. If there's something that you really, really, really want to complete by the end of the year, stop saying, I really want to complete that by the end of the year, and use the word committed. I am committed to raising my prices by September 1st. I am committed to finishing my book. I am committed to finishing my program. I'm committed to creating a high ticket item for my patients. I'm committed to whatever it was. Okay, what are you going to be committed to versus I really want this? Because when we really want something, especially people in healthcare, I see this all the time, we put ourselves last. But when you say you're committed, it feels weird to break that commitment, doesn't it? So first thing, we use committed versus I want. All right, runway, raising your prices, but that might not be the only way. Maybe you're like, East, I'm not raising my prices. Okay, so you can get more patients, and I want to give you a way to get more patients. All right, how many of you want more patients in the door? You want more people to come and see you. Many of my Facebook Lives have been giving you ideas on that, but I'm going to show you a book that I read that's an amazing book, okay? Now, I'm going to save you the read and give you the Cliff Notes. I'm going to give you the book report on this, okay? Winning on Purpose, which I want all of you to win on purpose. I want you to have a purpose. I want you to connect to your calling, okay? In this book, they have reframed the way that we get feedback from our clients, our patients, our customers. Instead of those long survey monkeys, right? All of us are like, not another survey monkey of 15 questions, right? You ask one question. How likely are you to refer my services? Think about it. If I refer you to somebody, my reputation's on the line because I've referred you, right? So that is more powerful than 10 questions of like, how long was the wait? How did you like the waiting room, right? Okay, so how does this lead into you getting more patients, all right? So how that can be your next survey. That might be the thing that you do as your challenge is to just send out a survey to your patients with one question that says, how likely from 1 to 10, you can look this up. They have templates online, Winning on Purpose. How likely are you to refer my services to friends and family or people you know, okay? And they'll go from 1 to 10, and then you give them a chance to explain why they put the number that they did. Powerful. And is it hard to read feedback? Yes, but if you want to get better, you got to read the feedback. You got to read the feedback. Okay, so how likely are you to refer patients to my office and then read the feedback and make adjustments. Now, how does that refer to you? To get more money, you either raise your prices, you create a new service that's more expensive, right? And start shifting everybody to that new service that's got a lot of value in it. Like maybe you offer all kinds of things in a 75-minute session. It's more expensive than your normal session. That's one way, right? Without raising prices across the board, you create a new product offering or a service and you push everybody into that and it makes you more money per patient. But the other way is to get more patients. So here's the next challenge. As your patients, your favorite patients, and I'm making sure I'm using these words on purpose, when your favorite patient or type of customer is engaging with you, they're coming in for a treatment, you're working with them, whatever it is, you look up in the eye, you look at them in the eyes, even if it's on Zoom, you just look at the green dot and you say, like I'm going to say to you right now, anybody that's listening that has been my client in coaching, I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much. I absolutely love working with you. It brings me joy to see you prosper and succeed and have those aha moments. I mean that, and I hope you feel that. If you know anybody that would benefit from my services, I would love for you to send them to me. Is that salesy? Nope, it's genuine, right? Do you see? So follow my tracking. Track with me here. I'm saying not all your patients, your favorite ones, because birds of a feather flock together, right? So if you have certain patients that you absolutely love, they probably have friends that are like them. So to ask your patients to refer people to you. Now you're going to have more patients very organically. It's not a cold lead, it's a warm lead. And here's another thing that when I wrote my book, More Than a Treatment, when I wrote my book years ago, I did some research, and here's the research. If people are happy with your services or your product, they will tell about 3 or 4 people. If they're unhappy with your products or services, they will tell 9 or 10 people. What? Yes, that's just human nature. We like to complain. We like to gossip. We like to get into it and oh, can you believe they did that, right? So knowing that if people are happy with your products or services, they only tell 3 or 4. But if they're unhappy with any element of it, they're going to tell 9 or 10. You better make it a great experience. That's why I wrote this book called More Than a Treatment. When you are working with somebody, whether it's coaching, whether it's selling them products or treating them, it's more than just putting needles in, adjusting them, recommending things. It's more than that. It's the whole experience of being around you. That's what it is, right? People don't remember what you say. They remember how they felt around you. They remember how they felt with your energy. So I'm really working on my message. My message, my mission, my calling is I help practitioners make more money doing what they love while working less. And organically, I'm starting to get non-practitioners coming to me for motivation, inspiration, encouragement. So all weekend, I've been busting my brain. I'm still working my brain. I'm still working on this. This puzzle for me is that do I pivot out of practitioners and just go people in general? I help people make more money doing what they love while working less. Well, that doesn't really connect to my calling. I feel like my calling is to help raise the level of the vibration on this planet. Literally. Like if I can motivate you and inspire you and you're a better version of yourself and you go out on this Monday and everybody you touch, you raise their little vibration, think about that. And so on and so on and so on. There was a commercial back in the 80s about that, right? It's like the butterfly effect. So if I can motivate you and raise your vibration, then your vibration is out there raising all the vibrations and all of those things. Super exciting, right? So I'm going to start to pivot into that, helping everything I do is going to be about raising individual vibrations and then community vibrations. Ultimately, we're all just a happier planet. I digress. Back to you making more money or getting more patients. Okay, so how would you like to make more money before the end of the year? I would love for you to make more money before the end of the year because we only have 4 months. And I don't want you to say, well, I only got 4 months, I just give up. No, you still have 4 months to crush it, to go out there and do something. So the challenge is, what is it? What have you been putting off? Only you know. Is it raising your prices, guys? I promise you, if you raise your price $5 or $10, September 1st, and you raise it again $5 or $10 in January, you're still not going to lose a single patient. I promise you that. And if you lose a patient over $10, they're not meant to be in your sphere. Because next Facebook Live, I'm going to show you the value of a session. We're going to look at value of our services, so we start to detach our self-worth from our services. And we start to price our services, our products accordingly, right? Too many of us attach our self-worth to our prices. That's a big no-no, big no-no. So that'll be next week. This week is a challenge, a call to action, and some ideas for you to make more money before the end of the year, okay? I don't care. I'm kind of psychic, and so here comes some of these thoughts. We're in a recession. Nobody has money. All these excuses that you're making, just say, nope, nope, no. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't let yourself hear those things. Those are self-limiting beliefs. They're not truths, right? Are we in a recession? Everybody has raised their prices because we're just in a different economy. So you can raise your prices. I'm going to show you again. $5. Go ahead and see where you are in a week of patients. And that's how much money you're going to have in 4 months. That's just 4 months. If you kept those prices for a year, times that by 4. Okay? If you raise it $10, we're talking a lot more. If you go just a $10 raise, hey guys, as of September 1st, these are my new prices, just $10, that's it, okay? If you see 30 patients a week, for Christmas, you're gonna have an extra $4,800. That's just in 4 months. And if you say, no, I'm not gonna raise my prices until January, you just left $4,800 on the table because your patients would pay that $10, I promise you. And even if you raise it again, another $10 in January, they're not gonna care. They're not gonna care, okay? All right, and then if you don't want to raise your prices, that's okay. Create a service that's more expensive than your normal, just whatever session. Create an ultimate session that you add more value to it and it's more expensive and you start selling more of those. Or create a program and put everybody in programs. I don't have enough time to go into program creation. I have products for that on my website and maybe another Facebook Lives. But to get more money, you either get more patients or more money per patient, your average per patient income. So, the challenge, okay? That's all right. I've got my daughter here. You want to come say hi? We're wearing matching dresses. Come here. Come say hi. Come here, matching dress. Look at this. Matching dresses. It doesn't get much better than this. It doesn't get much better than this, does it? Okay, we're going to have a mommy and daughter day today. I'm almost done, honey. We're going to do a mommy and daughter day. Now, why did I even bring her on? Because for so many years, my biggest goal was to have children. It took me and my husband, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many years, how many pregnancy tests, how many IVFs, but we have children because I didn't give up. It took us 4 or 5, I don't even remember how many years, 1,200, 1,300 shots that I had to give myself for the IVF. I didn't give up. If you have a goal, I challenge you to go for it now. You have 4 months and don't give up. Don't give up. You just keep going for it. You just keep giving up. You don't give up. You just keep doing it. So the challenge is, this is the challenge. What is something that you want to do that you're now going to say, instead of saying, I want to do this, I'm committing to doing this, and I'm going to do it anyway, even if I don't feel like doing it. I'm committed to doing it. What is it? You're going to take action anyway in something that you've been putting off or saying, I'll do it in January, because you still have 4 months this year. Here are some ideas, okay? Here are some challenge ideas for you. And I'd love for you guys to share in the comments what your challenge might be. Sometimes sharing with other people holds you accountable, or some people say keep your goals, your dreams to yourself, totally up to you. I'm going to tell you, I challenged myself to finish I have another book that's wanting to come through me. You know, this is my second book that I wrote, but I have a book that has been wanting to come through me. And so I made the commitment to publishing that before December 31st, 2022. So you might have that to buy for Christmas gifts because it's a child's book. But what is your challenge that you're going to give yourself? You can keep it public. You can go public with it or private. But here are some ideas. You can raise your prices, focus and finish a project, right? Focus and finish. This book, I was dragging and dragging until I said, that's it. It's either going to take me 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks to finish this book. So I focused and finished this book. I had to put some things on hold to focus and finish. I have a 25-unit continuing education course that has a lot of videos in it. It's amazing, but it was a focus and finish. I told myself I am committed to finishing that program before December 31st. And guess what? Literally the morning of December 31st, I had one video to do. And I told my husband, take the kids outside. I went in the garage. I put a heat lamp on my feet. I put a virtual background behind me, and I recorded the very last video so that I followed through on my commitment to finishing that course. So focus and finish something that you are putting off. Think how amazing you're going to feel January 1st when you're like, oh my God, I did it. I finished it. I stopped putting that thing off. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but nothing great is easy. Nothing. Okay. Ask your patients for referrals. Ask your clients for referrals. Call up some of your favorite patients or clients and say, I really love working with you, and I have some space. Do you know anybody that would benefit from my services, my products? Because I love working with you, and I imagine you are hanging out with people like yourself. Send them my way. I'd love to help them out. So that's a challenge. Ask your patients for them to refer for you, okay? And then the last bullet is network. Get out of your house. Get out of your office, right? My favorite story is one of my friends that wanted to fall in love. She wanted to get married. And so she started just going to as many things as possible because statistically she would run into the man of her dreams. And so she had done the speed dating, she had done online, she did all this stuff. And her girlfriend called and said, hey, there's speed dating. Do you want to do it? She's like, oh, no, I don't want to do any speed dating. I've done so much speed dating. I don't want to do speed dating. But this is what my friend said. But you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll go with you and walk in with you so that you have a wingman. And I'll just stay in the background as you do the speed dating, and so that you feel comfortable going, because her friend did not want to go by herself. So her friend said, oh, thanks so much, right? So my friend went just to stand outside in the hallway and like do stuff on her phone so her friend would do the speed dating. They were going to go get drinks afterwards. My friend walks into the speed dating and she looks over across the hall and she goes, there's the man of my dreams. And that's the man that she's married to at this day. Right? Had she told herself, nah, you know what? I've done speed dating. You go by yourself. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going. No, if she had said that, she wouldn't have met the man of her dreams, right? She didn't give up. She just went, and she didn't even go to do the speed dating. She went to be the wingman, and she ended up falling in love. What is it that you want? Only you can do it. Don't give up. You got 4 months left of this year. I work with a lot of practitioners that say they want more money. You want more money, raise your price $5 starting September 1st. Your patients have 2 weeks notice. It's not a big deal. They probably won't even notice it. Send out an email, put a little sign at your reception desk that says, as of September 1st, my prices are going up $5. You don't even have to say my prices are going up. You could just say, as of September 1st, these are my prices. And then your patients are going to look at it and go like, isn't that the price now? Oh, she only went up $5. They're not even going to blink their eyes over that, or even $10. And then raise them again in January, incrementally, a little bit, especially if you haven't raised them for a long time, or if you're saying, well, I just raised them in January. I don't care. I don't care. The cost of living is high right now, right? Look at everything that you give in a service or a session with you. And again, if you don't want to raise the prices, maybe your challenge is to create some new service that's super exciting. Like maybe you learned a new modality, and so you want to offer a session that has that new modality in it, and you're going to charge more for it because it's going to have your main modality plus this add-on, and you offer a new session that's a little bit more expensive than your normal ones, and you try to get everybody to go into that. Eventually they all go into that. Eventually everybody's paying a higher, you're getting a more average per patient income, and therefore making more money doing what you love while working less. And that's what I'm committed to. All right. I think I already feel better, right? When I started this live, I'm telling you, I wasn't feeling so good. My poor son crying, screaming. I had that etched into my head of him, like, I don't want to go to school. I'm already feeling better. Being of service helps, feeling like you're being of service, connecting with your calling, and I want all that for you. All right? This weekend, I'm doing my recharge event, and on Monday, I will report. I don't want to do a spoiler for the attendees of Recharge. I have some exciting things that are happening at Recharge, some real outreach and impact activities that I'm doing with the participants that are coming to the Recharge event. And I'm going to share those next Monday with you because I'm super excited about them. And some more things that are coming down the pipe that will affect you and our community as physicians of Chinese medicine, alternative healthcare practitioners, and just people on the planet. I got some exciting things for you that I'm committed to. So what are you committed to? What are you going to commit yourself to before the end of the year? What are you going to do? Last chance. Here's some challenge ideas. Another bullet is create a service that's a little bit more expensive and gives you a higher average per patient income. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you here next Monday, 8:30. If hopefully I'll be on time. I don't see why I wouldn't, because I'm committed to doing Facebook Lives every Monday, if not more, until the end of the year. Bye for now.